Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching today's video and just spending a few minutes of your day here on my channel. I really appreciate it. Today I'm going to film a purchase or pass video and chat about some new makeup releases. So I think I have like 9 or 10 products to talk about in today's video. There are so many gorgeous eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to have a really hard time choosing my next one. And then there are some really fun drugstore collections. There are some products I'm not going to buy as well. So I thought it would be fun to sit down and chat with you and let you guys know which products caught my eye and which ones I'm going to skip over. Okay, let's start with this new Natasha Denona palette. This is the bronze palette and it is available now for $65. It will be available in stores on June 29th, but this is one of her medium-sized palettes, which I just love. I appreciate the fact that she's doing these smaller palettes at the $65 price point. Don't get me wrong, $65 is still a lot for an eyeshadow palette, but it's a lot more reasonable for my collection. That price point and that size is just better for me compared to her $129 palettes that come with a lot more product because I just don't need that much. So I do have the Sunrise palette and the Love palette, which are her other two $65 palettes, and I love them so much. They're both really gorgeous, but I've been saying over and over that I really want her to create a neutral palette in this price point and size range, and I was kind of hoping for like a smaller version of the Biba palette, but I feel like that's probably not practical because she would literally just take that palette and kind of shrink it down. So I feel like this is actually a better alternative because I kind of like these shades more than the shades in the Biba palette. The colors in here are just a lot more appealing to me, and these are the shades that I've been going for a lot more lately. When I'm not wearing colorful eyeshadow, I'm usually wearing some sort of like golden warm-toned bronzy eye. Another reason why I like this one better than the Biba is because it looks like it has a lot more metallics than the Biba. I feel like the Biba palette has a lot more just like staple matte shadows, and it looks like this one has maybe 5 mattes and then 10 shimmers or metallics. It's just such a gorgeous, warm, sultry looking palette that I think would be so much fun to use. Off the top of my head, the palettes that I currently own that might be similar would be maybe like the Anastasia Soft Glam, possibly a ColourPop palette or two, but I just think I would get a lot of use out of this. I love my Natasha Denona palettes and I never regretted purchasing Sunrise or the Love palette, and I do feel like this one would pair really well with the Sunrise palette. So I have a feeling I might end up purchasing this as my July palette. It's pretty much like the front runner right now, but there is another one that kind of caught my eye, which I'll talk about in a second. Before I talk about that palette, I also wanted to mention that Natasha Denona did release another face palette. This one is the Bronze Glow Face palette, and it comes with 4 different cheek products for $55. I do have one of her face palettes. I have the Bloom Blush and Glow, and I really enjoy it. I think the quality is great. The products are really nice. And I think it's fun that she releases these, but typically cheek palettes don't excite me as much as eyeshadow palettes, just because when it comes to cheek palettes, I don't get as much use out of them as I do like single products. So in 2020, I haven't purchased a lot of cheek palettes, especially bronzer, highlighter palettes. If I was going to purchase another one of hers, it probably would have been the face palette she released in February alongside of the Love palette because that had a lot of blush or like pinky tone cheek products. So this one comes with 2 different cream highlighters and then it comes with 2 different powder products. I assume the powder products could be used as bronzers or highlighters depending on your skin tone, and the shades are gorgeous. I mean, it looks really pretty, but honestly, I'm trying not to buy a lot of cream cheek products because I just don't end up reaching for them, and I do feel like the powder products might be a little bit too dark for my personal preferences, so I am going to skip over this palette, but you can also grab this one online right now for $55 if you are interested in it. Okay, so the other palette that definitely caught my eye is from Milk Cosmetics. This is so gorgeous. It's called the She's in Party palette, and it will be available on June 26th for $48. If I didn't just purchase the Milk Cosmetics Smoke Sessions palette, I think that was like back in May, I think I would have grabbed this one instead. I love the Smoke Sessions palette. I think it is so gorgeous, but I honestly think I might get more use out of this one than Smoke Sessions. Smoke Sessions has like beautiful greens in it, and I think they're fun to wear, but I just don't wear green as much as I wear purple. I love purple tones, and I might still consider purchasing this one in the future if I don't end up buying it as my July palette. I think my next Milk Cosmetics palette will either be maybe this one or one of their more neutral palettes because the other 2 that I own are a lot more colorful and they have like greens and blues, so I just kind of want to try one of their more neutral palettes. Anyway, this palette is based on their Plum Stack, which I actually don't think is available anymore. I went on their website the other day or like maybe last month when I was looking for the Smoke Sessions palette, and it kind of looked like they took down a lot of their stacks. So I think they're kind of transitioning into more of like a traditional palette, which honestly, I think that makes sense. I think a lot of people prefer just to have flat palettes compared to stacks of eyeshadow, and you do typically get more shade options for the same price point. So they took the 4 shades in the plum stack, and then they added 4 more to create this palette. And I will say, you know, the one thing that's throwing me off is that the promo photos on the Milk Cosmetics Instagram are so different than a photo I saw on Trendmood. So here are some pictures of the photos on the Milk Cosmetics Instagram. The shadows look super intense and vibrant, and the palette as a whole is really purple. But then I saw this photo, and I think it kind of looks like a little bit more bronzy. I mean, the shadows as a whole look a little bit lackluster, and a lot of the purple shades almost look brown. So I don't know. I know sometimes promo photos look a little bit different, so it's better to see a palette in person or see actual pictures that people take and post on Instagram, but it looks so different. It doesn't even look like the same palette. So I definitely want to see more swatches, additional photos before I decide whether or not to grab this one, because if it does look more like the brown photo, I don't think I want it as much as if it looked like the promo photos. But I have a feeling the picture I saw on Trendmood is probably a little bit more accurate. So that's kind of disappointing because the initial photos on the Milk Cosmetics Instagram look absolutely amazing. So I'm kind of on the fence about that one, but it definitely caught my eye. It's one that I am considering. I don't think I've had the chance to talk about ColourPop's Tie Dye Collection. This is their first release since they reopened, and there are quite a few products in this collection. They released this maybe like a week or 2 ago. I did get it in the mail as PR because they do send me some of their new releases, but I was going to film a video using each of the 3 palettes, but by the time I got the collection, which was honestly only like a day or 2 after it was released, everything was pretty much sold out. I've been waiting to see if they were going to restock it before filming that video because I don't want to film the video if you guys can't actually get your hands on it. Although I'm sure a lot of you guys did buy products from it because some of you guys told me you did. So if you still want to see that video and you have the products, let me know and I can film it. But this collection is pastel themed. There are some cute products. Like I said, there are 3 different 9-pan palettes. My personal favorite is In a Trance, which has some really pretty blues and pinks and purples. It just kind of gives me like a cotton candy vibe, and I think it's really fun. And then there is more of like a peachy pink palette, and then one that has some yellows and greens. So I think these might be a good alternative to some of their other monochromatic palettes because you do get some pretty colorful tones, some pastels, but you don't have to commit to one color for the entire palette. So if you want to add like a couple of blues and a couple of pinks to your collection, it might make more sense to buy like one of these palettes with a couple shades rather than purchasing like one blue palette or one pink palette. So I do think they're kind of fun. They also released 2 different Super Shock highlighters in like the larger compact packaging for $12 each. There's a set of 6 pastel cream gel liners for $36, and then there is a glitter gel and a shimmering dry oil. If I didn't get this collection in the mail as PR, I think that I probably would have purchased one of the palettes, maybe like the blue and pink one, and then definitely purchased the cream gel liner set. I really like their cream gel liners, and I love the fact that they did pastels because that is definitely something I'm missing from my collection. A lot of my go-to brand for like pencil liner for the waterline is Urban Decay, but I don't think they really did pastel shades. At least I don't have any in my collection, so it would be fun to have these. But what do you guys think about ColourPop's first collection back? Did you grab anything? Were you interested in it? I know it sold out so quickly, so I'm sure some people were interested in it. But if you want to see that video with like a look using each of the 3 palettes, let me know and I can film it. e.l.f. released a really beautiful summer collection. Honestly, e.l.f. has been one of my favorites for years, probably almost like 10 years at this point. But I do feel like over the past few years, they've really been stepping it up and creating some gorgeous products, and this one is no exception. The Retro Paradise collection is available now on their website. It is limited edition, but I think this is such a gorgeous summer collection. There are so many fun products, and I actually did purchase a few of these products, so I will be sharing them in an upcoming video. I'm going to do, I guess I haven't decided, I was either going to do a full face of drugstore makeup or like a what's new at the drugstore testing new makeup video, so that should be up in about a week. But I did purchase the Retro Paradise eyeshadow palette, which is $18. This one is technically my June palette. So actually, I know I said that I had an extra month, but now that I think about it, I think there are 6 palettes I've purchased. I need to go back and make a note about it. But anyway, this one is gorgeous. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. I think I used maybe like 5 or 6 of the shadows. It was so easy to work with, and I just like how this look turned out. There's like this really pretty sparkly topper shade that I'm wearing all over the lid that I just think is so gorgeous. So I'm just excited about this palette. It has some warm toned neutrals, a few pops of color, and when I first saw it, it definitely caught my eye, but I wasn't sure if it was super cohesive, and I decided to go for it because I think e.l.f. has been stepping up their eyeshadow formula. Ever since they released the bite-sized eyeshadow palettes, I've just been curious to see what else they're going to do. So this palette definitely performed really well, but it's just the first time I used it. So I want to make sure I use it really thoroughly, and I'll definitely film that video and have it up in about a week. I believe I also purchased some of the lip glosses. I just got my package in the mail, so I haven't pulled everything out. The lip glosses are $5 each, and the liquid glitters are $5 each as well. And then they also have a primer glow oil for $10, a glow up body oil for $12, and then a face and body shimmer for $10. Oh, I also purchased this brush set for $20 because I just love their brushes, and these look really nice, to be honest. So I did purchase some products. Obviously, this collection is a purchase for me. I did pass on a couple just because I didn't feel like I needed all of them, but I will review what I ended up picking up for you guys in an upcoming video. Milani also has a new eyeshadow palette. This one is called the Gilded Jewel Palette, and it is available now on Ulta's website for $19.99. It's been a little while since I've tried any of Milani's palettes. I don't think I've purchased a new Milani palette in probably a few years at this point, but the ones that I have tried in the past did perform really well. This one is really gorgeous. It has some pretty jewel tones. There are greens and blues and burgundies and browns. And I think if there weren't so many other palettes on my list, I might think about buying this one. But like I've kind of shared in this video, there are quite a few palettes I'm thinking about purchasing. So this one doesn't appeal to me quite as much as the other ones. And I think it's because I do have a lot of greens and blues. And at this point, I don't feel like those are shades that I need more of. Milani also has a new collection for summer, which is really cute. It's called the Fruit Fetish Collection, which the name is kind of weird, but there are 3 new products available. There are 6 lip balms, they're $7.99, and then there are 3 liquid liners for $7.99 each, and then 3 setting sprays for $9.99. This is a really cute collection, and I've really been enjoying a lot of my Milani products, but I don't think I'll be purchasing anything from this collection either. I rarely use setting spray these days, and I do have the original Milani Make It Last setting spray, but I don't wear it very often, so I definitely don't think I need a scented version. The liquid liners are fun, and if they came in like a felt tip liquid liner pen, I think I might end up purchasing like 1 or 2 of them because they're just a little bit different, but they come in that pot form that you dip a brush in, and I don't usually have luck with like those flimsy brushes. Liquid liner is hard enough, so I won't be buying those. I think the one product I might add to my order if I was placing an Ulta order would be maybe the lip balms. But at the same time, how many lip balms do I need? I have quite a few, and they take forever to use up. So I don't think I will end up buying anything from this collection, but I do think it's really cute, fun for summer. I like the theme. Oh, it does say some of these will actually be coming in the new Trendmood box. So speaking of the Trendmood box, let's take a look and see what she's revealed. I was just looking through the Trendmood box Instagram, and this is volume 6. I actually haven't purchased any of the past few boxes. I have purchased 2 of her boxes, and the value typically is really great for the price, but I'm kind of like on the fence when it comes to boxes and subscription boxes. I'm thinking about taking a break from BoxyCharm. If I didn't film those videos, I feel like I would have taken a break by now. It's just that you get so many products, and if you are somebody who is looking to add products to your collection for a lower price point, they do make sense. And if you like everything in the box, it's a good value. I just feel like at this point I have so much makeup, so I'm kind of trying to be selective when I buy like a value box, like a subscription box or the Trendmood box. But that being said, if you are interested in the majority or all of the products in her boxes, typically they are worth the money because the price is a lot lower than the value. And what I like about the Trendmood box is you know what you're getting. She reveals everything, and then you can decide to purchase it. So it looks like there is a Marc Jacobs mascara, which is nice. I do like when boxes include high-end mascaras because that's not typically something I'll splurge on. And then they're also including the Lily Lashes Faux Mink Lashes in the style Miami and their liquid liner. And then there are also 2 products from Nabla. So this looks like a pretty good box so far. I feel like there might be additional products because she didn't do a final reveal where she usually posts all of the products in one photo, but I do like how it's an eye themed box. So there's a mascara, false lashes, liquid liner, some eyeshadow palettes, and that's kind of nice, especially if you're looking to get really good value for the price point. So if you are interested in this, I would just keep an eye on the Trendmood box Instagram. That's usually where they share additional information like the full price, the release date, because it always varies. But as of right now, it looks like a pretty good box. I just don't think I'll be buying it because I'm pretty set when it comes to makeup in those departments. And like I said, there are a lot of other palettes that I have my eye on. I only have one skincare product to talk about. Drunk Elephant is releasing a new product. This is their Erase Milky Micellar water. So immediately I'm thinking that I won't end up purchasing this because I just don't want to spend the money on a high-end micellar water. I told you guys in one of my recent videos that I was looking for a good affordable micellar water that's cruelty-free. I used to use the Garnier one a few years ago and that one was so good, but it's not cruelty-free. I guess for me, when I use micellar water, I always follow it up with a cleanser. It's not something I'm using on its own. So I don't really expect it to provide any skincare benefits. Obviously, I don't want it to irritate my skin, but I feel like $28, how much do you get in here? 8 ounces. I don't know. I just don't want to spend $28 on a micellar water. I'm okay with spending the money on some Drunk Elephant products if they do work well for me, but I mean, that being said, I have replaced quite a few of them in my collection with more affordable alternatives that work just as great. So I can't say that Drunk Elephant is necessarily one of my go-to brands. There are some products from them that I really enjoy, but I'm not like a diehard fan, like where as soon as they release a new product, I'm going to run out and buy it because I'm so excited about it, especially a $28 micellar water. The last thing I want to talk about are these new products from Dominique Cosmetics. They're coming out with 2 products, and I guess it's a collaboration with Jade from JD Wadey 180. So there is an ultra hydrating fine mist for $32 and an ultra hydrating complexion primer for $28, or you can get like a bundle deal and get both products for $52. These will be available tomorrow on the Dominique Cosmetics website and then July 3rd at Sephora and Beautylish. So let's start with the Ultra Hydrating Fine Mist. This threw me off because it's clinically proven to give 6,000% more hydration after 30 days of use. That is quite the claim, like 6,000%. I can't even imagine what that would feel like on the skin unless your skin is so dry and dehydrated. I feel like that might be a little bit overkill. Is it a setting spray or a priming mist? Oh, okay. It's perfect for prepping the skin, setting makeup, and refreshing throughout the day. That's an intense claim. I definitely don't think that's going to be ideal for me because I have oily skin. If I'm using any sort of prepping or setting spray, it has to be mattifying. So I don't think that's going to be for me. The Ultra Hydrating Complexion Primer is made up of 60% water. It's so unique. It has a water break technology that allows the skin to drink up moisture, and then it's supposed to help makeup glide on really nicely. I wonder if it applies like the Smashbox Primerizer. I'm pretty sure that one has a really high water content too. I really like that. That's one of my favorite primers. I mean, both of these products sound nice. I don't have dry skin, so I don't think they're really made for me. If you have oily skin, you can absolutely benefit from hydrating products. A lot of people say it's even more important because it will help balance oil production. Honestly, when it comes to moisturizing products or hydrating products, I prefer to get those benefits from my skincare products, not necessarily my makeup. I do like moisturizing primers, but we're in the middle of summer, or we're heading into summer, and I just need like all of the mattifying products I can get right now. So I won't be buying those, but I'm curious to see how people like them. So that is it from me. I'm actually heading to the eye doctor. I did have an appointment back in March and we had to move it, of course, with everything going on. So I am excited to go and maybe get some new glasses. Fun fact about me, I cannot see like 2 feet in front of me without my glasses or my contacts. So I've been thinking about getting LASIK, but I don't know. When I mentioned that on Instagram last year, I got so many mixed opinions from a lot of people who said they got it, they enjoyed it. A lot of people heard bad things about it. So if you guys have gotten LASIK, I would love to know if you guys can share your experience, if it was worth it for you. If I didn't have such bad eyesight, I don't think I would consider it, but I'm like the type of person who can't see unless I'm wearing glasses or contacts. And in the morning when I roll out of bed, if I like misplace my glasses, I can't find them because I can't see. So anyway, I am thinking about that, but random tangent. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye.